Hey guys, so I had three ideas for three different stories from three different genres in my head, not knowing which one to start with. And I was so sure I was going to start off with the greatest warlock that ever lived. But Madam Regina's son is just going to have to wait. I changed my mind, not because I think this will be a better story, but I wanted to slow down and take a different turn. I've been writing a lot of mystery, thriller, horror, fantasy, and I wanted to go into another direction. I wrote the poem literally read through the lines, and that's what gave me the inspiration to write this love story. So here it goes. These are the days, episode 6, Facing the Bullies. This episode picks up exactly where the last one ended. Chris finished unpacking while Ryan got off the phone with his wife and children, just checking in with them. I think this episode has such a strong message about forgiveness and change. It's possible, especially when events occur in someone's life and they come out of it different, and in this case, better. Ryan and Chris finish getting situated and go to cabin 1, where Larry and Chris meet up in the last episode to go over everything with the counselors. When they got there, they realized they were a little early. The main room had a deer's head, very rustic, even a fireplace with chairs in a circular rotation, very much like Chris's group back at home, meetings at the LGBTQ center. In the middle of the circle, there was a board with all the counselors' names and their duties. Ryan and Chris read theirs. Chris made a joke about how they, of course, picked the gay guy to do arts and crafts and music. Dave and Chad, two of Chris's bullies, and Ryan's old frenemies, walk into the room, and the first thing that comes out of one of their mouths is, "We knew you'd be gay." Both of them go back and forth like minions, making stupid jokes about it. Ryan is amazed on how they look so much older, but they still act like immature kids. And that's for Chris. He doesn't see them as intimidating as he once did. When the reader reads episode 1, you think that these bullies are the obstacle in the story. It's one of them, but it's so realistic to life that I didn't want to drag it out and make it the main one. Out of nowhere, Brad, which was the most of them, walks into the room. Chris takes a deep breath when he sees his face, but instead, he tells Chad and Dave to shut up. This was so confusing to Chris and Ryan. It was actually so unexpected, but not as unpredictable as what he did next. He came by to greet the both of them. Remembering how he was with Chris when they were younger, he couldn't believe this was the same person. He even thought that he was welcoming them. Well, him welcoming them was a joke. Larry, the head counselor that runs the place, silences everyone and tells them he wants to make the meeting quick. He tells them that the kids are with Sandy, telling them that the rules of the campsite. He even goes over them with them, just in case they forgot. In between him talking, Chad and Dave made a few jokes about messing around with her back in the day, and the other one, I would never touch her. With these two characters, even though they are obviously grown men, they still act like these stupid, immature kids. Larry shuts that down really quickly. Yeah, he's a nice older man, but has always had a stern voice when is needed. Chad expresses his concern about his duty considering he doesn't cook and that he wants to switch with Dave. Larry says all the duties on the board will be as is, but lucky for him, he has Barbara in the kitchen to help out as well, a newcomer counselor. When the meeting is over, Brad asks Chris if they could have a chat. Ryan asks if he could be all right. This was a way to show that he still has his friends back. He told him he'd be fine and left, leaving Chris alone in the cabin with a kid he once saw as his bully. I actually thought this scene was so powerful on both sides. You know, the tolerance and the forgiveness and the bravery of coming forward to admitting a wrong. You find out that Brad had a son that turned out to be gay. He learned to love him and accepted him, and since then he felt so guilty for what he did to Chris. So this was his moment to apologize. Stay tuned for the next episode.